Oh, yeah.
Here you go. What's good, y'all? This is Aran Lee, aka the CEO and editor-in-chief of Off Black Magazine, and also the Lost Homie, anime anthology. I kind of do a little bit of everything. I'll be out there. I'll be outside in these streets, low key. But that's me.
My name is Tento. I am a fighting game commentator, player, streamer myself. Do chill vibes out of here. But nonetheless, I'm always with my brother in arms, trying to do our thing right here, promoting and uplifting the black community when it comes to their gaming and their content, as well as talk about the gaming news as of today.
And I want to welcome y'all to episode 7 of the Off Screen Podcast. It's been a couple weeks. You know, today we have a pretty cool episode going on. We got we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the big changes that have been happening at Xbox the past couple of days. We're also going to talk about we're gonna watch and talk about the new Invincible versus story trailer. There's also some, stuff happening with Pragmata and stuff going online. It's just a couple cool things that are happening. Well, not everything's cool, but just a couple things that are happening out there in the world of video gaming. I don't know the right word for this. I'm gonna switch screens because I feel like I'm looking to the right instead of the front. But in the world of video gaming, so a lot of interesting stuff going on. So, yeah, happy to be here with my guy. It's been a while. And since it's been a while, I feel like we need to discuss what's been going on. What you been up to, man? What you been playing?
Right now, we've been actually started up on the good old Kingdom Hearts 2.5, the remix of it. So I've been starting off on that, trying to get that together. Also been playing a lot of Fortnite as of recently. I'm sorry. My baby sister and me, we do Fortnite on Wednesdays because she's away for school. So I try to, give her support and also catch up with about doing it on Wednesday nights. And it's been really fun. So we've been streaming it also too. Other than that, and then also Tekken, of course. I've been playing Tekken heavy, practicing trying to commentate that for the future time being. But I've been really enjoying myself, just like honestly, just casually, just chilling. And oh yeah, I've been playing this game called Hue. Hue, if you guys know the game Limbo, you see a lot of elements from Limbo into that game, and it's basically you surviving in a world where you had to change the color in order to get through certain levels. So yeah, it's a really cool game. Really cool game.
Oh, HUE, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That sounds cool.
Cool game, nice soundtrack, very relaxing. Everybody's that's watching me like, how are you figuring this out? I'm like, listen, trial and error. I've died many times, but guess what? I keep coming back.
Hey, that's what I matter.
Yeah. What you been playing, bro?
Hey man, I've went back. I feel like to my roots, and I'm slow. I'm getting through the Remedy universe, everything but Just Cause, because I don't actually care for the Just Cause games. I know some people they think they be hitting. For me, I'm not the biggest Just Cause fan, so haven't played those. But for everything else, yeah, now I'm kind of just slowly getting through that. So I played and I rebeat Control again for like the 5th time because Control is gas.
Control. I finished that game.
Hey man, Control is one of the best games I've played. Like I guess I would say in my life. Like Control is a really fun game. Like I get some people don't like the gunplay, whatever, but the story, the atmosphere, the eeriness, the DLC, all that. It's like a great game front to back. So I'm getting through Control. I might replay Quantum Break. Quantum Break kind of slaps. Like I haven't that's something I haven't replayed yet. Might do that. I beat Alan Wake 1 a couple weeks ago, and then I beat American Nightmare. I think about like also a couple weeks ago. And so I was like, I'm like, because when I saw Control 2 coming out, I was like, man, I've never played the Alan Wake games. So like I've only played Control and Quantum Break. So when I saw the Control 2 was coming out this year, I was like, I feel like I need to do my research. So I went and the Alan Wake games were on sale. The Alan Wake games were on sale for like, I think I got Alan Wake 2, 1, and American Nightmare for like a total of like $25 for all 3 of those. So like on like different sales. So I am currently, like I said, I'm playing Alan Wake 2. And Alan Wake 2, the only thing I have an issue with is I'm not the biggest fan of one of the main gameplay mechanics is that like I like the idea. You can find evidence off cases with an FBI agent, black woman FBI agent, and then with Alan Wake, he has a writer's room so you can like build plots and everything. I like it. I like the idea. I don't love the how they implemented it. Like you have to like it's like a mind palace type thing. Like you have like a whatever, so you have to go back into that, put it all together, and come back out to the real world and do it and stuff like that. I don't like that too much, but Alan Wake 2, in my opinion, is like a full improvement over everything that was in Alan Wake 1. The graphics, insane. I ain't gonna lie, they actually like Alan Wake 1. I didn't think was scary or anything like it's not necessarily a horror game. I think it's probably more suspenseful, but whatever. Alan Wake 2,
a thriller type.
Hey, Alan Wake 2 got me a little bit. Okay, it got me a couple times, man. I'm playing around something like, oh shit. I'm like, I expect that to happen. So like, it done got me a couple times, but Alan Wake 2 is Alan Wake 2 is gas, man. Again, graphics are good. The atmosphere is amazing. I'm playing downstairs on my TV. I got all the lights off and everything. I'm sitting. I'm like, I'll be running through these games. I'm sitting there walking. I'm checking every corner. I'm like, these.
Yeah, you're gonna get me.
They're gonna get me at one point. So I've been playing that, and then I was playing High on Life 2. Playing High on Life 2 also.
Oh, I'm still finishing the first one actually. That one.
I think the first one's funnier so far to be, but I've only played probably like 2 hours of the second one, so I can't speak to it yet. But gunplay's fun. The new skateboarding mechanic in the second one's cool. But we'll see. Also, this is like not a gaming thing, but I'll tell you before I technically built a new computer like a month ago. I panic bought, so with all the RAM prices and everything, I panic bought a GPU. I was like, I need this. I was like, because my cousin wants to build a PC, but like, and so I was like, you don't have to build a whole new one. I'll give you some of my parts. So I panic bought a 9070 XT, and then I was like, and I waited like 2-3 months, got a little bit more, I breaded up a little bit, and then I bought everything else. So I bought a new CPU. I got a 9900X now. I had to buy it. So my plan originally was just to switch, the GPU, CPU out and put a new one in. I go to Micro Center. They're like, nah, you probably gonna need a new motherboard too, because the BIOS versions or whatever, future proofing. And they got me. So I ended up buying another motherboard. So I bought another motherboard, GPU, CPU cooler, new power, PSU. Yeah. So just know, I don't have to build another computer for the next 20 years. So
that boy built it from the ground up. He said, I did it my way. All right.
All he's about to have to build a new one is if for some reason they either stop supporting it or this thing just like dies somehow. So,
okay.
But yeah,
the boy he'll be playing some video games soon, gosh.
I might start streaming soon. I'm considering it. We were talking about that yesterday too. I might start streaming outside of this too. I might start streaming. I might start doing some other stuff.
What's going on, Dr. Frost? I see you in the chat. But yeah, okay.
But let's go straight into what's going on in the FGC, my brother. What has been going on in the FGC?
Where do I even begin? So, first things first. Let me pull up the. I need a thing.
Send me the link before you pull it up. Send me the link.
No, I got send the link. Okay, so I got it's several things. So several things. I gotta. All right, I gotta put this on a separate, so I don't expose DMs type beat. So I'm going to go to where you at? Where's my? Oh, there's my messages.
Shit.
There we go.
I have an old Nightbot thing in there.
All right, so sending this to you. Paste. That's the second topic, but I gotta scroll for the other one. It's on my page somewhere. I gotta scroll a second. But one of the big news is that came about in FGC, as you guys know, EWC, Esports World Cup, has been come about once again. And it has been, as people get flown out to Saudi Arabia for millions and millions of dollars. It's really important to know what's going on over there. So one of the big things that they announced for that is that Esports World Cup had recently announced that DreamHack Atlanta will actually be one of the qualifiers for the EWC. This one is something that has definitely thrown a lot of people off, and for the right reasons. If you guys do not know, EWC is, like I said, you got Fatal Fury, Tekken 8, and Street Fighter 6 as the fighting games. But also Chess and Call of Duty Warzone is also going to be a DreamHack Atlanta too. They announced this from this date right here, April 15th, a month before the event is about to happen. You just randomly drop, oh yeah, also this is a qualifier for like, $2 million.
Ooh,
A month before. So
ooh.
imagine some of the players that were highly upset because of the fact of the matter, as you can see from the quotes. What do you mean you gave people a month to do this, and right in the middle of a War Warrior event? Because if you guys do not know, Street Fighter 6 is one of the qualifiers for this, but War Warrior for the $1 million for the Capcom Cup, one of the events to qualify from the region for specifically the U.S. Eastern region, is on that same weekend. So that causes a bit of a problem with time clash. So there's a lot of people that were upset, especially people that's overseas, so they can actually, get the money to plan out and actually come out because, this is life-changing money that could be happening. And they decided to do it last minute. So this has become, a slight problem. Not to mention that May itself is such a busy month for fighting games because first weekend of May is Evo Japan. Then there's a break, to my knowledge. DreamHack Atlanta is the 15th through the 17th. Then that next weekend is Combo Breaker and MomoCon. Combo Breaker is also an EWC qualifying event. And then the last weekend is a break, to my knowledge. It's extremely busy. But right now in FGC is definitely a problem with scheduling and the announcements being kind of last minute for a lot of folks.
That's
So, yeah.
I mean that's the interesting conundrum. I would think that DreamHack Atlanta is something they do every year. So you would think they'd be like, 3 months out, 4 months out, they'd at least they didn't have these dates anywhere until.
So
Last
what
week.
happened was, all right, so let's say it like this. So DreamHack Atlanta last year, we gotta be honest, just the elephant in the room. It was not ran the best, and there's a lot of players that vocalized that a lot for the fighting game portion. So a lot of people say they're not going back to fighting game stuff, and also DreamHack Atlanta more or less announced that the fighting game portion will not be as prevalent as it was in the previous years.
Interesting.
My team Tampa Never Sleeps, we helped out with DreamHack Atlanta as the project manager for the event. We separated from them at DreamHack Dallas in 2025. That was the last time we did the event for them.
Interesting.
Other than that, we're still cool with them, but we're not partnering in collaboration with them anymore, like that.
I mean, to try and I guess play like a little assumption game. I guess. Do you think they just are not making enough money off it? Like, not enough people are coming for this event, for this part of the event, that they're just like, nah, because this is like announcing it a month before is kind of like, that's the kind of thing you do with like a regular convention that's just like, we doing this for fun. I'm like, yeah, we had some cool people coming. Yeah, like, what I'm saying? Like to do that, well, maybe they're just not making as much money off it that they thought they would, so they're not taking it as seriously as they had in the past.
I don't want to say it's not as much money being made off of it. I just think it's so much as in they don't have the manpower to do it. Like, for example, Call of Duty is very big at DreamHack Atlanta. I don't know if have you ever been to a DreamHack?
I have not. I've been told I need to go, but I have not been to DreamHack.
You should go to one. DreamHack is very big for COD, Marvel Rivals, CS:GO. They have those tournaments there also. They just announced Dwight Howard is coming. Like they have the money for the event. They definitely have the money for that. It's just that they don't have the field to specify in fighting games, in my opinion. And that's what makes the border. I mean, this barrier start to be created. Where like, what do they do to do that? And they think that I don't know how to go about it. I just don't know how to go about it. And DreamHack, of course, I believe some of their sponsors for the event is of the Saudi community. So Saudi says, hey, how about we just make one of these a qualifier for the events? And they did this last minute for this event. And like I said, for the US, especially people that live in Atlanta, you think about this. Think about your top 5 players in the world that all live in, Saudi Arabia and freaking in the Middle East or in like Japan. They found out about this last minute, and now your regular homie that's in Atlanta that's decent at fighting games, he now has a chance to go to get $1 million at a tournament in Saudi Arabia because everybody else didn't show up.
Hey,
basically what's happening right now
hey,
because they
hey!
didn't know.
If you miss out on the bag, that's on you, my brother. Me, I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? If I was like that, I'll be annoyed if I was like that. But at the same time, I ain't gonna miss out on the bag. What you talking about?
Yeah, there's definitely
I'll be
so
in there.
with this announcement being this late. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised you see a person like, how the hell did they get into Saudi Arabia? But it's because this event was last minute, and they was able to go through Virgo. I see what's going on. So yeah, that's one of the things that happened with the FGC. And like I said, that's going to play more and more of a factor as time progresses. And the other thing we're going to talk about with Tekken real fast is they announced a big rule change for Bandai Namco. One of the rule changes is now top 8 for, if you guys do not know, fighting games are ran. Most fighting games are ran first to 2 until they get the top 3. For those first, second, and third place matches, they usually are go first to 3. So first person to get 3 wins. They now announced that the whole top 8 is now going to be first to 3. This terrifies me a lot for master events because I was just talking about this. Put up on my screen. Just specifically for me, but well, I can't show you guys too. But basically, I pulled up the YouTube video of Combo Breaker last year for Tekken World Tour. That was also an EWC qualifying event. That tournament, that top 8 took 2 hours and 40 minutes before this change that now has more matches. Just put that in perspective. We talk about advertisements, ad breaks, and some character and like some controller malfunctions, maybe constantly being 2 hours and 40 minutes. Now you add a match to to 6 of those matches. You add another match to it, we might be looking at 3 hours. We might be looking at 3 hours. I don't agree with this change at all. There's
a lot of interesting changes in this. There's a lot of interesting changes. And I mean, some stuff, it feels like it maybe should be standard, but like they have like for the dojo events changes to moderation, stuff like that. There's a social media requirement now. Like tournament organizers must announce a dojo event on social media, which I think they should. That part I can get, but the must post photos of the event while it is running. That means you got to be doing it. The social media account must be submitted. I
gotta tell you why. So what happened with that was there were people that actually cheated their way into to the finale for the $250,000 because they put up events that weren't even happening, but just made sure they won so they can get the points for it.
Wow.
It was that bad. So that's why they implemented that change. Yeah, like it got serious because there was a lot of people that was like, "Yo, did this event actually happen? How is he moderating the event? How is he the tournament organizer? But also he won the event. What sense?" That was literally what was happening during last year's season. And there were a couple people that were culprits that was like, "Yo, these people openly cheated their way to get into this freaking $250,000 tournament at the end of the year." So that's why they made the rule of like social media, like you must have. It must be a broadcaster. It has to be everything all the way through. Pictures need to be taken. The VODs need to be archived so people can watch later on, so they can study. Like I said, pictures need to be taken. Social media need to be posted about their things and whatnot. That all needs to be happening.
Yeah,
like it needs to be.
Yeah, and like that's I mean that makes sense. It's top cheating. Also, they have streaming requirements now. You have to have additional camera views. You got to have multi cameras now. So you have to have one camera. This is a camera view that shows players currently competing and the commentators.
Yep.
So, when they call out Destiny Dashi no Jutsu for the raid.
Big Dashi.
But yeah, like that's crazy. The stream overlay is used throughout the broadcast must indicate. I feel like they need that though. I ain't gonna lie. This is one that I feel like they've been needing for a while now. Okay, the stream overlays used throughout the broadcast must indicate player names and match scores. Player one. I ain't gonna lie. I've watched a few of these streams. I don't know who on which side. I don't know what the hell going on sometimes. Okay, so I think I like that. I like that rule. I like that rule because I do be bad confused sometimes when I be watching these streams because I don't be know what the hell be going on.
Yeah,
so I think that's a good one. I think that's a good change.
There's definitely something that happened. Like you see, the regional league board top 6 regional dojo placements. This is what was abused last time because if you were the best in your region with dojo points, you actually got flown out to the event for you to do it. So just to give those people the chance to, that can't travel as much can at least do something locally wise. But that was abused because, like some people can just openly, because the dojo events were pretty much what you had to do was just you would just like put up a bracket and just send it to like Bandai, like, yo, we got a decent amount of people here at Tekken. Like if you had, look at it, if you had 32 people, you get 50 points. You know that's some substantial amount of points. Now and then that's where they also implemented other rules, like you can't solely just go off of dojo like points. You had like your top two places. Like say you play at all of these, right? But you get fourth here, but you get first in these two. You're gonna get these points rather than these points. That's the thing about it.
This point system is, I mean, I've been probably using someone for a while, so it makes sense, but it seems complicated to me.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that the fact of the thing that I like about it is that, like I said, they made it that only your top certain amount of places. Like there's, I believe, 8 master events / master plus events, right? So if you go to 6 of them, only your top 4 placements will count for that. So that way you can't like this the way they do it with this is like
you can't come in like third and boost your points or some shit like that. You gotta
the biggest thing is the advocate for, like I said, the people that can't travel as much. If someone that's sponsored, they get the chance to travel all the time, and they solely based off their work. They can hoard as many points as possible, and you won't be able to catch up with them. Them limited to like, hey, you can only get like only top 2 challenge events. You can't go to every tournament and get all those points and just hoard. Then it gives the people like, hey, I don't have quite as a chance to travel as much. They get a chance to actually go through because what it used to be was just like, oh, the people that could travel all the time, oh, you about to get like 3,000 points compared to the next person in line probably gonna get 1,200 because they not sponsored, they don't have that life that you got.
That's true. I mean,
that's the big thing.
It's good. I think it's positive because like if you get like the 2 dojo, I'm gonna get the top 2 dojo placements. So does that mean that if I get rank 1 and 2, dojo 96 plus whatever, I got 300 points.
Yes.
So I have to go to a master plus master or challenger event
to get more points. Yes.
Get more points. Okay.
Yes. That's what that means. Like you max out our points if you win 296, or you max out right there. Okay, you need to go to other events. Straight up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I get it though. Just like because if you could get, let's say like you could just like go to all the locals, regionals or whatever, and just kill them, come in first place. And like do like 10 of them in a year, like you'll get 1,150 points or whatever, and you can just do that. But like that forces you to have to go to harder events. Okay, yeah, yep. I get it. Interesting now, yeah. I feel like I don't know how many Tekken tournaments or Tekken World Tournament like qualifiers and everything, but I feel like you would just need more of them now. Like you need more master plus master and challenger ones in different parts of the country and world, because if not, like you said, if I can't travel. Right, and your only master challenger ones you have, let's say, are like, I don't know. Let's say I live in Japan and I live like 3 hours, 4 hours out of Tokyo or something. That's a long trek for me. I might not be able to spend 4 hours out. So maybe I might lose first round. I might go out there, might have a bad day and I lose first round. So now I just, the juice got to be worth the squeeze. The juice got to be worth the squeeze.
So as you see right here, this is the timeline. May 1st is going to be the start of the tour, being Evo Japan. We're going to run tournaments all the way through the tour ending in November 15th for TGU. I think that's Tiger Uppercut, and I forget what region that's in. But that will be the last event, and then the finale will be held in early 2027. So pretty much just about 6 months. Just about 6 months of timeline of you plan, but dojo events application deadline, like you can have your dojo events happen, but you need to make sure you like when you get them logged and whatnot, it needs to be submitted through Bandai Namco's website by the 16th, and the deadline to finish hosting those events is on the 25th, and then to register yourself as like what you've done already needs to be done by October 27th, so you can actually be hooked up into that finale. So yeah, in the FGC side of things. That Ingrid also is about to come out really soon, so that's gonna be a really cool character to see for Street Fighter. As you know, we're gonna talk more about Invincible with that coming up. Marvel Tokon is gonna be coming out right at CEO weekend in August, which is gonna be pretty much the first big tournament for that one. And so as Avatar Legends is gonna be really interesting. But Avatar Legends announcing that it's going to be, I believe it's $40, which is a steal for a lot of fighting game people.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like for a lot of fighting game people, that's a stain. That's a stain. We're used to paying $60 for these games. It's 40. So yeah, it's really good time.
I was thinking, I've been seeing a lot of discussions about people talking about Tifa being a guest in
yeah.
which one? What do you think
Street
about that?
Fighter.
What do you think about that? Because I've been hearing I've been seeing different opinions on it. I think
Me personally. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like most of these doesn't matter who the guest is. Like just get like if they're popular enough and they think they can sell enough with it, then they should do it. But I think Tifa will be cool. But I don't know. I don't have much of a dog in the fight. So
You know me. I hate leaks, and I was unfortunately told this through someone either came through my chat or just mentioned it. And I was like, bro, I didn't want to see that. I hate leaks with a passion. If you guys know this, I like to be genuinely surprised, and I don't look on the internet just for that reason, so I can actually be genuinely surprised. And I hate dating minors that do that. If she's in the game, she's in the game. I don't form an opinion because I don't know. But personally, just let me. I hate people that just openly spoil stuff for people. It's like some people genuinely like to be surprised, bro.
that's true. That is true. Well, yeah, I feel you on that, brother. But I mean, it sounds like a lot of cool stuff is happening now, at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're gonna have a good time at FGC wise. So please, if you guys do know so, um, yeah, Moon exactly. I will take that leak with a grain of salt. I definitely.
It doesn't feel
Definitely
to
agree
me.
with
It
that.
doesn't feel like a leak. It feels like a rumor, or it feels like somebody trying to say because they want it to happen. That's what it feels like. Like, because everybody's seeing it, because it's not like someone's like, oh, yeah, they dropped the files and the code for it, and we found Tifa in the code. It's like, just like random people start talking, like, wouldn't Tifa be cool to be in Street Fighter? Right? So, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a leak to me. It feels like people just like, they want something, and so they're just like voicing it and hoping that it happens. I don't know.
Yeah, it's,
That's what it feels
it's
like
gonna
to
be
me.
tough. It's gonna be tough,
That's
but
what it feels like to me.
all in due time, FGC is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be really cool to watch in the and within this, especially when May coming up. This is quite literally next week. It's going to be a crazy time to look at some of these events. So please stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on FGC wise. I feel like that's a good wrap up right there.
So, if you want to learn more about FGC and stay caught up with the FGC, check in with the Off Screen Podcast. We'll be doing this sometimes every 2 weeks. But anyway, moving into our main topic for today, and well, one of our main topics for today. If you've been paying attention to what's been going on in gaming, especially the past couple of days, the company that's surprisingly been in conversation for something good is Xbox. Xbox has been in positive conversations, which we were talking about yesterday, but it's interesting. It's interesting how much they're changing right now. So I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna share my screen. You can see it watching. Yes, was it today or yesterday? What date did this have? What date is this? There was a We Are Xbox post written by Asha and Matt Booty. I feel like this is today. Why is there no date on this? But anyway, why is there no date on this? But maybe it could have been this day. But this was sent to all the Team Xbox players globally, kind of outlining what they are, Matt and Asha are looking for, basically for the rest of the year. Now, I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic on some of this, right? I think some is Asha and Matt Booty. Matt Booty's been around for a long time. And then some is stuff that Phil and Sarah had already started and just like finishing out, right? Because, even if you come in and like, hey, I want to change something day one, there's processes and things that go. And also just because they stepped out doesn't mean everything just stops automatically, right? And so with that, I'm going to give you guys basically the quick summary of like We Are Xbox. It's basically about Asha recognizing that players are frustrated with the brand and that she believes, and that's the philosophy they're going forward with, that they're not going to make the next 10, 20 years by doing what they did the last 10 years. I don't know how much I get it. Everybody hates Phil Spencer right now. Whatever.
Man,
Everybody hates Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, but I think that the backlash and them resigning gave Microsoft the excuse to give Xbox a little bit more freedom, because we all know, and I feel like we're being very a lot of people are being very not facetious, can't think of the word, that Phil and Sarah had their hands tied with a lot of things. Right? Like one of the biggest announcements that Asha made not Asha made, but was reported, is that they are taking away the Microsoft Gaming, the thing that they're planning to do. They're planning on changing Xbox to Microsoft Gaming, and they're changing that and bringing it right back to Xbox, like the tame by Xbox. And I feel like this is stupid because I doubt Phil or Sarah were sitting there and were like, "Yeah, we need to be Microsoft Gaming." That had to be Satya Nadella and Amy Hood were like, we should make it Microsoft Game because we want people to buy into the Microsoft ecosystem, and we're moving to PC, and we're not gonna like all that like that like I just don't feel like I feel like Asha definitely had a hand in it, but that wasn't all her and stuff like that. I just but these are positive changes. These are positive changes. Also, they've lowered the ultimate price from $29.99 to $22.99, and but the trade-off is that you no longer get COD games day one. COD games will be released in the next holiday season. They're saying about a year after, right? So that raises a lot of questions.
Actually, see, here's the thing about that right there. For me personally, I don't play COD like that no more. So I'm cool. I'm real cool on that. I feel like that's a good thing for me. I want to play COD that bad, yeah, I'll buy it. But like, man, the last Call of Duty game I bought, what's one right here? Modern Warfare 2.
About to be Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2 was the last Call of Duty I bought.
I did not think I played Black Ops 7. I mean, it's on Game Pass, so I played it. But like, and I don't hate it. I think it's pretty decent. It's basically the problem is it feels like a DLC to Black Ops 6. But I'm okay with this, right? But this has brought upon there's a couple changes we could talk about. I'll say the first one, talking about Game Pass. There's a rumor going around, and I want to know what your thoughts on this are. There's a rumor going around that they're going to change it from just like a curated service to there might be curated tiers, but there's also an a la carte service. So you can now pick and choose what parts of Game Pass do you want, and it'll give you a custom price based on what you've picked and chosen.
Seems kind of crazy. Kind of crazy too.
That's the rumor going forward. So with that, if you could, you play on PC, but would an a la carte Xbox Game Pass make you want to get Game Pass? If you can get Game Pass and get maybe not day one games, but you can get, all the library of Xbox games that are on PC, right? You could do that, and it was like $8 a month. Would you do it?
Possibly.
Possibly.
You might have some on my doorstep.
Possibly, right? So I think that's a good idea. There's a lot of stuff going on. They had a list of stuff in here in the We Are Xbox things that they're changing, and there's a lot of other things that have come out. But like hardware wise, they say stabilize Gen 9 as a healthy and high quality base. Deliver Project Helix to lead in performance and play your console and PC games. So we still don't really know what Project Helix is. Like we know it's supposed to be a hybrid console. So there's a conversation going on about them taking exclusives back. Even if they were, they'd still go on PC. It'd be console exclusive. It would never be, PC, Xbox exclusive. It'd still be on PC, I'm assuming. Lead in comfortable, personal, high-performance accessories. That doesn't mean anything to me. Build a strong ecosystem that expands choice and reach for hardware. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess that means they're still going to, play ball with Microsoft PC stuff. For content, they say grow and extend an enduring portfolio of franchises players love. Now, if she wants goodwill, announce a Banjo-Kazooie game. She could do that tomorrow. Announce a Banjo-Kazooie game, and that people love that. Evolve our 3P partnerships and strengthen our 5-year slate. Expand into China, emerging markets, and mobile-first audiences.
That scares me.
Maintain and grow in live games in long-term stewardship. I don't know what that means. That sounds like they're going to try and make more live service games, but we'll see. Elevate creator-centric platforms like Minecraft, The Elder Scrolls, and Sea of Thieves.
Have you ever played Sea of Thieves?
No, I've heard good things though.
I've always seen clips about it. I'm just like, what the hell is this game?
I've watched a couple people play it, and it looks fun. I don't know if it looks like it's for me, but it looks fun. I don't know. For experience, they said fix the fundamentals for players and partners. I don't know what that means. What are the fundamentals? I don't know what that means. Make Xbox the best place for developers and creators to build and grow. Everyone has that goal. Overhaul discovery, customization, social, and personalization to connect the community. I don't know what that means. Because they just announced that they're shutting down They announced a couple weeks ago that they're shutting down what's it called? Groups on Xbox. So Xbox used to have like these little communities that you could get that you could make. You could do creator owned groups, like player created groups. So on Xbox you could basically create your own group and people could join it, and it was like another social media type thing where, and I actually made 2 back in the day. I actually made 2 of them. I have not moderated any of them in like almost a decade. But I did make them. They were fun when I had time to like moderate. When I had fun about them, they were fun. But they used to have those, and so like you could basically make like a, I mean, I guess it's taken off of Twitter now too. But like Twitter had communities. Mm-hmm. It was basically like a community but for gaming. So you could make that, and then you can like do like find a group stuff, put your friends in there. People could follow it and stuff like that. And people would post. People made a lot of them. Like for Destiny it was really big because people would make a lot of those, and there's ones just for photos, just for stuff like that. So it was cool, but I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know. Services: fortify Game Pass with clear differentiation, and sustainable economics. Return the business to durable growth with strong cost discipline. I don't know what that means. That sounds scary too. Make cloud play feel native, fast, and reliable across TVs and low cost devices. So again, even though they're retiring the "this is an Xbox" branding, all that shit is still an Xbox. Use M&A deliberately to accelerate growth where organic paths are too slow. Along the way, and this is the last comment of it, along the way, we will reevaluate our approach to exclusivity, which people word, windowing, and AI, and share more as we learn and decide. This is I don't know. To me, this is this is an internal conversation that end up coming out external, right? But corporate speak is awesome. Corporate speak is awesome because it actually does not tell you anything. Like corporate speak sounds amazing, but it does not tell you anything about what their actual plan is. And like again, reevaluates exclusivity, windowing, right? I think that's like, it's a question of this. COD goes off day one. They didn't sell well last year, but you could also argue that's because COD 7, Black Ops 7 wasn't that great of a game. What's the next day one game that doesn't go on, that doesn't go? What's the next one that doesn't become day one for Ultimate? The next, you make another Gears of War game and say, E-Day didn't sell too well, so we're going to make Gears of War also, you have to wait a year for. Forza Motorsport 7 doesn't sell well, so now we got to wait another year. Then now at that point, take Ultimate away. Take Ultimate away. Make it $15.
Like, what am I playing? What am I playing for exclusivity for? I'm not getting exclusive stuff.
Like if I'm like, not even exclusive, but I'm not getting day one. Like I get a Game Pass. Because, I mean, it is cool having the legacy games, but we used to have that Games on Gold. You remember Games on Gold? Games on Gold. Gold subscription. They dropped new games, like 4 or 5 new games a month, and you could play them forever. Games on Gold. You already had that. So if you take away the day one games, then why would I pay for Ultimate? Why am I paying $30 a month? I mean, I don't play Fortnite, so Fortnite Crew means nothing, right? I don't play like some of the games I have. That means nothing, right? If you put Nitro, like they think about, there's a Discord thing coming. They did Discord Nitro. Maybe I'd keep paying because then I get games and Discord Nitro maybe. And I like the Ubisoft and the EA. EA I don't really play as much, but I do. Like I play some Need for Speed games, so it's nice to have that. But is that worth $30 a month? I don't know. You take out day one games. Now I'd rather just pay $15 for premium. Like, I guess actually the only other thing that makes Ultimate worth it for me is because I can do because that Ultimate's the only one that has PC and console, I believe. I think premium is just console. So that's the only thing that would maybe make me maybe keep it, because I play a lot of games on the go and on my PC and on my Xbox. But if you take away day one games, that really makes you question if I should be paying for this every month. I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea.
It's how it's tell for that one because
I don't think it's a great idea. I think it's a dangerous precedent that they're slowly setting, and I don't think that's good. But there was Tom Warren posted on Twitter that Xbox chief Asha Sharma, which we've been talking about, also mentioned during her all hands yesterday that while they're meeting daily on Project Helix, so the new console, that is still rumored to be $1,000. We'll see what that ends up being. That there will also be bi-weekly Xbox Series S and X console updates until the end of the year. till the end of the
Interesting.
year. I don't know what they're gonna update. Okay, I was on my Xbox yesterday, and I forgot they added an update, and I was like, wow, they actually did add mad stuff. They added mad new things within like within like 2 months. Like they added new color options, new customization options for titles and stuff like that. They're adding an option that allows you to selectively quick resume games. So if you don't want a game to quick resume, you can turn it off. All this stuff like that. They are adding a lot of cool stuff, but I don't know.
These cool features, like it's one of those things. Like I'm always a person when I hear things, I need to see it.
Yeah, I agree.
I hear the cool stuff. I'm like, I need to actually see it in action, truthfully, so I can understand what's going to go on with it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what these updates are. I don't know. I feel like these are like a lot of these updates are probably more than likely stuff they've been working on for a while, but because of that initiative that's been for like the past three to 5 years on play anywhere. You can play your Xbox games anywhere you want. So they've been focusing on, and plus this is the truth. If you've ever played like on the PC Xbox platform or the PC Microsoft gaming platform, it sucks. Like it's a lot better than it used to be. A lot better. Like I actually play most of my games through the Xbox launcher now, but it is, it still needs work. And so when they first started this campaign, you can't say that this is an Xbox or this you can play Xbox games on it and this the way to play it fucking sucks. Like you can't do that because no one's gonna do it. It sucks. So I get why they focused a lot on PC stuff, and a lot of Xbox people feeling like, oh well, they never give us updates or whatever like that. So I feel like these are probably updates they've had cooking. They just weren't the focus for the past, couple years. So there's probably a backlog of a lot of Xbox updates that they just never made. So.
And that backlog, bro. Like I said, we talked about this last time, but like the things that went on behind the scenes before Phil and what's the name?
Sarah.
Sarah before Phil and Sarah stepped down. It's like people's like, oh, look all the stuff that's happened now. Well, this probably was in the back foot already being made. It's just like, yeah.
Not the focus.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, just a little FYI.
But yeah, I think Satya Nadella, and Amy Hood. This every week, for the past 2 years, we've been hearing, oh yeah, they're stepping into Phil and Sarah's arena and telling them, hey, we need to make 40% on games or 50% on every game or games we sell. And everybody else in the industry is like, this is ridiculous. Like no one makes that much money off it. And yet, so I don't know. We'll see. Because that's always going to end up being a thing is profitability, right? You're spending all these resources, spending all this time, right? And if you drop Project Helix for $1,000, no one's going to buy it. so
no one's coming for it.
So then where do you go from here, right? Now, I'll say this. If it's in hand, if it's a handheld, if Project Helix is the first official Xbox handheld, that's not like the ROG Ally X, which is still a good handheld, but if it's like the first official made in-house Xbox, it's still going to be with Asus because they have that deal, but like the official Xbox handheld, and that drops are like 700, 7,000 because that's where that marketplace is for that PC gaming hybrid. Now you might be cooking with some grease. Now you might make some bread. Right, and you can natively play some game. I mean, well, again, native, but you can download all your Xbox games because it is instead of being Asus partnered with Xbox, it's Xbox partnered with Asus, so they can maybe fix the deals with the developers and people will be like, hey, they're buying it on here and it's an Xbox, whatever. Then that means you can download the games you buy on Xbox on there because that's the problem with the Asus thing. Like it's still an Asus device. Just an Xbox branding, but now it's an Xbox device, so they might be able to do that. Then that could change the game for real. Because I mean, I don't think we need a new console. I think we need more ways to play. I think PlayStation should drop a handheld. I think Xbox should drop a handheld. I think they should. I think it's time. I think it's time. We've gone almost like a decade and a half. What was it? 2026. When was PSP? The PSP what they stopped making PSPs. I want to say
PS Vita
like 2011. And that little handheld cloud device.
I have my PSP.
That little handheld cloud device from PlayStation ain't doing it. Okay, it ain't doing it.
See, I need some more. I need some substance.
I think it's time.
I need something to make it happen.
I think it's time. Especially if they do something like the Switch, but for the Xbox. Come on now. and for the PlayStation. I feel like that's the logical next step. Make Switch style devices. I mean, everyone's always following Nintendo anyway. So
Yeah, the Switch is something that's completely revolutionized. Like they took, like, you can tell what the blueprint with the Wii U was. You're like, bro, what is this? And then they was like, you know what? Hold on. And then they made that. I was like, holy crap! You innovated a handheld console that you can switch seamlessly between the two and put onto a TV. Not to mention, I told you guys, I got the little port. I got a port that's the size of my fist that I can take with me anywhere and I can plug, and all I need is an HDMI cable and a C port wall plug in, and I can put it on the TV. Transfer just like that. Like, they really innovated that with the dock, and really made first the console is small. It's
light.
A handheld.
It's light.
Like PS5 or a PS4. Like Xbox, you drop that on your foot's probably gonna break. Probably, you drop a Switch on the ground. You drop a Switch on the ground. The Switch is probably gonna break, but your big toe might got a little bump on it. You know, like that's the big thing. Like they really did revolutionize that. So I can agree with you. I would like to see a handheld. I remember you had the Xbox. You said Xbox ROG. I mean the Ally. My cousin also got that too. And I was like, okay, it's interesting, but like. But honest to God, though, when I think about the PSP was ahead of its time.
Yes, it was.
It was truthfully ahead of its time. That's why I feel like at the same time they don't want to make anything like that. Honestly, I would just tell them like, hey, just make the PSP again. Honestly, just repurpose the PSP and just make it again, optimize it.
I do
because it's really ahead of its time.
Do you think that people? And this is why I think that a lot of people have bad critiques, right? Because the problem with the Xbox ROG Ally X is that you can't play. Like if I buy a game on my Xbox, I can't quote unquote play it on my ROG, right? Because not every game is cloud enabled. Not every game, and the cloud isn't perfect yet, right? It's better, but it's not perfect. But you run into the same problems with the PSP Vita because PSP the way people talk about the Xbox ROG Ally, I don't see how you let PlayStation get away with making you buy the game twice. Because that's what it was back in the day. DS, PSP, you had to buy the game twice. And now they would now they would make the PSP version a little different. They add extra stuff to it to incentivize you to do it. But you got to buy the game twice, and there was no discounts. It was like if you want to play Uncharted on your PSP, well, I don't think they had Uncharted for PSP, but if you want to play Uncharted for your PSP,
there was a specific Uncharted. It was a different Uncharted.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, different story.
So like if you want to play it, you got to buy it again, or you have to buy like you said, they did that too. Like to make you want to play it, they would make a different game for it. So like it wasn't the same Uncharted you play on your console, but it was a different Uncharted, right? I don't know how they get away with
playing Spider-Man 3 on the PlayStation 2 compared to playing on the Xbox 360/PS3 was a completely different experience. Playing Sonic Unleashed on a PS2 and a Wii was a completely different experience than playing on the freaking PS3 and 360.
Completely different.
Like, oh my God.
I don't know in 2026 how they get away with that. Like that's why I think PlayStation hasn't committed to doing it, because I mean everything's an experiment, right? When you get like something that's not branded the console, then you expect less, right? So like if I get an Asus but it's not the Xbox branded one, in my mind I'm like, okay, I already know. Like if I get a Lenovo or I get a one other thing, I'm already expecting to not be like it'd be integrated. But once you put that PlayStation on it, now everyone's like, oh, I should be able to play on my PlayStation games. What about even the third party ones? I should be able to play. I should be able to play Call of Duty on my PlayStation handheld, even though they don't own the IP. But I bought it on my PlayStation. I should be able to play it. And I'm like, so I think that's the fear of making that handheld, because one, now your licensing deals have to change, your distribution deals have to change, and two, the consumer is has unrealistic expectations.
Expectations, bro. That's really the biggest thing that hurts online now. Expectations are so skewed when it comes to everything. It becomes like you have people, the moment something is not your way, they automatically bash the game. And there's too many people that don't form their own opinions. That's the part that pisses me off the most. I talked about this last time, but like people really go off what their favorite creator said off about something instead of trying it themselves. Like, holy smokes. Like for example, I'm just Google, not even a game, but it's a movie. You seen the movie Bullet Train?
I did see that. That movie's fire. Bullet Train.
That movie is great. That movie got like a 47% and like 33% like Rotten Tomatoes by the critics. And I'm just like, this movie was awesome. What the hell? That's literally what it goes by. People don't look at things for themselves, bro. Brandon, I did watch Bad Boys for Life, the third movie. I watched it off of Edible. But that was like the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life when I watched that for Edible, bro. I was in that theater losing my goddamn mind, G. I was like, oh my God, they shot the chief. Oh my God. I was losing it, bro. I was losing it. But that movie was so good because of that. People was like, I like the movie. I was like, that movie was great. But did the Edible probably change my aspect of it? Probably. But the movie, I still had a great time with it. Because I didn't listen to anybody else. I just went to go see it on my own terms. That's the thing. People don't do things on their own terms. They wait to like, bro, this is my last little point to make this. Bastion. My friend, she says, oh my God, I got the cutest Skechers, but it's not in style yet, so I don't want to wear them. Put them in style yourself.
That's facts.
Why you waiting on everybody? You can do it yourself. You make the trend. Why the fuck you waiting on somebody else to make the trend? You can make it.
That's facts.
The hell?
That's facts.
Like, that's too many people just waiting on everybody else to do something. No, you start it. How about you do it? All right? You be that trendsetter. That thing, man, bro.
That's facts. I think, yeah, it's going to be, yeah. We will see. I'm actually going to skip this one, and I'm going to skip the Pragmata one and add that to a subtopic. Our second main topic today is video game adaptations. And this was brought up solely because of one tweet. One tweet, which I'm about to put up on the screen. There was I'm skipping something. Quick hypothetical for the last conversation before we're done. So as we know, Shuhei Yoshida, if you don't know who that is, you don't know who Shuhei Yoshida is. Shuhei Yoshida used to work for PlayStation Studios, right? And this came out a couple days ago about how Shuhei Yoshida was fired because he refused to listen to Jim Ryan. This is the rumor. Right? As we all know, PlayStation has canceled multiple live service games, and with some of those canceling, shut down or had to reorganize studios that have been around for a long time, right? But they've shut them down because of that. Shuhei Yoshida said this in an interview this week in video games. I helped Santa Monica to make God of War, Naughty Dog to make Uncharted, and Last of Us, and Sucker Punch to make Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the last games that he worked on as president of Worldwide Studios. But in 2019, after 11 years, he was fired. Jim Ryan wanted to remove me from first party because I didn't listen to him. He asked me to do some ridiculous things, and I said no. And a part of those some ridiculous things was a lot of the live service stuff. And Shuhei Yoshida refused to work on some of them, or was like, no, these things are stupid.
This is dumb. Waste of time. Why would I do this?
During Ryan's tenure, SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment, moved into film and television production and acquired Insomniac, Housemarque, Blueprint, Nixis, all these other studios, and at one point targeted 12 new live service releases in 2025. Because
12?
Yes, there were supposed to be 12 new releases last year for live services from Sony. Yoshida remarks, because I grew up with Jim from the PS1 days, you don't want to have one of your friends as one of your subordinates. However, Ryan offered Yoshida the role of focusing on improving PlayStation support for indie development because everybody in the company knew how much I loved indie games. I really enjoyed the role of promoting and evangelizing indie games. He left in January 2025 after 31 years. As he describes, I was helping indie publishers for the last 5 years. So I feel like I'm continuing to do the same thing, because now he's a freelancer or something like that. So this is the not the rumor, but this is the funny thing. What's his name? Whose tweet was I looking at? Paul Tassi. He says it's prediction. Xbox hires Shuhei Yoshida. He's a freelancer. Tell him, hey, you can come. Everything you was telling Jim Ryan was stupid. I think it's stupid too, man. I don't think that was stupid. Hey, you helped make God of War. You helped make Last of Us. You helped make Ghost of Tsushima. We're trying to break into the Asian market. Hey, man, We got a corner desk for you.
Corner desk?
Got a corner desk for you.
Penthouse.
Penthouse corner. You right next to Asha.
Got
you right next to Asha.
Talking about corner desk.
I don't know. That would be crazy if Xbox
it would be pretty crazy.
Can you go back to the other page real quick? But to the report.
Yeah. No, yeah. Scroll. Yeah, scroll. Scroll. Stop. Marvel Snap. Interesting.
He doesn't
up there real quick. The games that he was all talking about up there.
Oh yeah, Fall Guys and Marvel Snap because you can feel other people.
This is really interesting because for making up their own rules, I need to finish Viewfinder. Oh, I was looking at the games that you got. I have Dead Cells on my Switch or my PS5.
It's on Game Pass, so I downloaded it once, but I haven't played it yet.
Inscription is really I need to actually look on that too. Cult of the Lamb, I watched other people play. Journey, I have not finished.
Cult of the Lamb slaps. And Ball Pit,
game is
I'm obsessed with Ball Pit. Ball Pit is, I've talked about this before on this pod. Ball Pit is phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Viewfinder, that game is mine a lot. I need to actually, it just reminded me I need to finish that game. So I'm glad that they actually did that because I need to actually finish that. But
he's a real gamer because he got Doki Doki Literature Club. And I'll say this. I say that's like a buzzword game, but like to actually put that as like, nah, this game is innovative. Doki Doki Literature. That's a real gamer right there. That's a real gamer right there. Using Doki Doki Literature Club. You don't know what that game. If you know what that game is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you don't know. But that's all I had to say about that. But yeah,
only real ones know about it.
Only the real ones.
This man being
only real ones. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Only real ones know about it. But yeah, so I think that's a fun hypothetical. What if Shuhei Yoshida gets hired by Xbox, and they say, "Hey, we want you to make a Ghost of Tsushima, but for Xbox, okay? we want you to make a God of War, but for Xbox." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Bring back Scalebound. Bring it back. Give it a new studio. You own the IP. Bring back Scalebound. Scalebound was a fun game. Was a fun idea of a game. You're a dragon rider that gets to kill people and fight with the dragon. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to be able to be like, hey, yo, dragon, come and eat somebody? I want to do that.
I mean that movie Aragon for a split second.
It was similar to that. We might have to show that trailer. I don't think you remember what Scalebound was hitting on. Scalebound. I think that was before Xbox One. That trailer was feeding the streets. Okay, when that trailer came out, people was like, "Oh, Xbox is cooking! Xbox is cooking!" And then it got canceled like 4 months later. But that'll be the last thing we look at today. But I lost the train of thought. We were talking about live action video games. This is the conversation that you people have all the time. Why make a live action video game when you don't like the game? And I'm not saying you have to be a gamer to make a good live action video game because it's not necessarily true, but you should at least respect the art form that is the game. And so with that, there's a Far Cry movie coming out. And half of this part series coming out, and half of this I'm okay with. When they say that it's not adapting any of the games, I'm fine. I actually prefer that to a lot of adaptations. I'd rather there's only two things I like when it comes to video game adaptation. Either A, it's in the world, or B, it's as faithful as possible. Like, it's okay to take some liberties because some things won't translate well to screen and stuff like that. But overall, I feel like you should try to get as close to the game as possible, or just be in the world, right? So that part I'm fine with. But then the next part, he thinks audiences skip the story cutscenes in those games. When you play a video game, you only really move forward through the gameplay section. And then you have these cutscenes that you can skip. So when you go about to adapt those games, you have to be aware that makes the human drama kind of irrelevant to the storyline.
I think that's one of the biggest things where as you said, there's so many people that just play the game and just don't look at the story at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's due to the short form content of people just cannot sit and just watch something like at all. Like people just can't sit and watch. Like they don't care for story. They're not engaged. It's like when people was like, someone true story. Someone said they had played freaking Cyberpunk 2077. They was playing around with it, and he said after 2 hours I got bored because I didn't know what to do and I left. He's like, "Did you watch the cutscenes?" Oh no, I don't want to watch that. I was like, "So you 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 gave up on the game because you didn't know what was going on because you skipped the very thing that was letting you know what was going on." Hello? People brains, bro. People brains. I don't get it. I never will. I think I want to.
No, I agree. I think a lot of people. I think my biggest problem with this I say because as someone who's playing the Alan Wake I think this came out this topic came perfectly because I'm playing the Alan Wake games, and if you're playing the Alan Wake games and you skip cutscenes and you do all that, you will have no idea of what's going on throughout the entire game. Like if you don't go, so like what makes and what makes some of these games good and Ben, like Expedition 33 and Persona 5 are also good examples. What makes a lot of games, especially again like Far Cry has it too in some of the games, is the lore runs deep. And when you play the Alan Wake games and you play Control and then you play Quantum Break and then you play Just Cause, and some of them have like Just Cause for the most part is the one that's probably the farthest away out of the Remedy universe. There's ways that they could bring it in, but it's farthest one out. But when I played Quantum Break, I played Quantum Break first in my Remedy, first time ever playing a Remedy game. Quantum Break has all these callbacks to Alan Wake and everything like that, but it directly correlates to a lot of stuff that happens in that story. So when you pay attention to the story and you read the lore entries and you go find the collectibles and you read what they're saying in those, you're like, oh my gosh.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, man, you read some of them Last of Us notes, people started crying.
There's so much story in these worlds that these people are crafting. And then you go back into so when I went and played Control, there's no direct link to Quantum Break. There's illusions, but I remember I first time I played Control and I'm reading some of this stuff. I'm like, Alan Wake, that's a video game, right? I never played that before. And I'm reading it. I'm like, what the hell is this about? So then I went and played the Alan Wake game. And I'm like, I get it now. I get it. It's gas. I get it. Everything connects. It makes so much sense. And then I played American Nightmare. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And now I'm playing Alan Wake 2. And Alan Wake 2 is just connecting all the dots and everything. And now I'm like, man, I can't wait for with the story. I can't wait for what they're trying to say in Control 2. I can't wait. And so like that element of building story is amazing and something we don't see a lot. Assassin's Creed series 2, 1 through 3. That's also why people, I think a lot of people are unfrustrated with Assassin's Creed series because they've given up the modern day story. Desmond, I get people thought it was annoying, whatever. Tying the Templars to the future and having the whole idea be that the Templars are still trying to do the same thing you're doing in the past and you're learning from your past self so you can then win. That would have been awesome. It would have been awesome if we still had maybe Desmond could die, but we still had the story of like the assassins rising up and you maybe switched people in the lineage every movie, but you saw the culmination of the story growing in the background of the modern scenes so you get to a modern day Assassin's Creed movie, a game or whatever, right? But like that would have been interesting. But now they've taken all that away. So even though the Assassin's Creed part can be kind of fun, where the modern day parts go? Where's the linking? Where's the whole idea of this was that a descendant was going back in the past to learn from his past assassins to stop the Templars in the future. Like that was the whole point.
Assassin's Creed fell off so bad, man. Like, bro, they remaking Black Flag, and that shit pissed me off. Listen, hey, thank you so much for the raid, brother. Hope you had a great stream. But like, Assassin's Creed, I'm like, bro, Assassin's Creed 3 is my favorite Assassin's Creed. Mm-hmm. But the boat was pissing me off. Then they made Assassin's Creed 4 boat simulator. I didn't ask to be a pirate. I am an assassin built to go and take out the Templars so they don't mess up the path. Why am I playing Pirates of the Caribbean Sea of Thieves? I did not ask for this. I did not ask for a pirate boat simulator. I wanted to be an assassin. Black Flag pissed me off so bad with that, bro. Like, the game was supposed to be me killing monarchs and people and tyrants that are messing up the timeline. Why am I at sea? No.
Yeah. As a Black Flag enjoyer, I can't co-op that message, but I will let you cook.
Like, hey, like Jesus, on. If you like the movie, you like. I mean, if you like the game, you like the game. But like me personally, I was like, bro, if I want to do this, I wanted to play Sea of Thieves. I would have played Sea of
I
Thieves.
will. The boat combat is some of the most annoying, but I hate to tell you, man, the story slaps. The Black Flag story is still good, and how it ties in Assassin's Creed 3, absolute cinema. When I mean, I can say that when you finish the game and you find out that you Connor Kenway's father, I said, oh my gosh, cooking, cook out. Hey, absolute cinema. I'm sorry that ending scene. I the ending scene where you see Edward walk. I can remember. That's how impactful it was. I see it in my head brain right now. That boy Edward Kenway walks to the theater and you see Connor walking behind him. I said, then I went and played Assassin's Creed 3 again. I said, play. I said, hey, I know some people don't like Connor Kenway. I'll fuck with that story. I actually like the story. I get people did, but I fucked with it.
Black Flag came out in 2013. Holy
yeah.
smokes!
13 years old.
Holy.
13 years old. I love Black Flag. The boat combat was annoying, but I hope they improve it. They said they improved it a little bit, so hopefully the boat combat is better this time around. But we are going to talk about that because we got some trailers for that too. But yeah, nah, I think this is the kind of stuff that makes the Halo, like that's why the Halo series wasn't. This is I think the problem is to a degree that. And I forget where I saw an executive or somebody said this, but like they're like, we don't make games for the gamers, right? Make it for like the general audience. And my problem with that is that like there are millions of gamers around the world. So if you and especially if you're picking the most popular franchises, Far Cry, Last of Us, all this kind of stuff, like you're picking the most popular franchises, and you say, nah, you know what? Fuck the gamers. We're gonna make something different.
Insane.
So then why would the millions of gamers that play the game or the ones that played it over the years go and watch it? Like why would I want to watch Far Cry if you're telling me, yeah, I don't care about any of the stories?
Like, bro, what was you doing?
And also,
what was your point?
If I'd make a Far Cry, the first thing I would adapt is this game. Far 3. That's the first one I would adapt.
Yeah, Far Cry, because you had one of the most insane antagonists being Voss. Like, you have a lot of stuff going on right there, and you just say choose like, nah.
Now I'm gonna make my own thing. So now the problem is that you're now competing against the game, and I think that's what makes a lot of these also bad. Like even the Resident Evil movies, because you're competing against the game instead of playing. Like even though this like in like Marvel movies, they've decided even DC and most comic movies, they've decided that hey, we're not going to compete against the comics anymore because we lose. Because when you compete against the comics, you compete against the source material, the millions of people that enjoyed it aren't going to watch it. And the general populace isn't going to have any connection to it. So they're not going to watch it. So now you just have a show that gets canceled after one season or two seasons that could have ran for 10 seasons. And that's also why Invincible is going crazy. Even though people don't like the animation, whatever like that, the fans of the comics are like, this is what I wanted. So they watch it, and then they tell their friends to watch it. Like, I don't get the thought process that either like, and again, I'm okay with this, with you adapting your own story. I'm okay with that, but I don't understand why you adapt your own story, but then on the flip side say, well, gamers are stupid.
Huh?
I'm not gonna watch those. Obviously, I'm not gonna watch it now. So that's just I don't know. I had to get that out. I mean, I believe I had something else in my bookmarks. Oh yeah, and then the other thing is, and it happens every time. Happens every time. We just Elden Ring coming out, and there's a black person and like, oh no, racism. This is a dark fantasy with a clear ethnic and aesthetic vision. There's not a single black NPC in Elden Ring.
Yeah, we're in a new film. I'm so tired of DEI. This is crazy.
The fact that it's also not true. I can't remember. Hold these quote tweets. And they say, then again, people based off of Scottish and Irish fables. why do they think that black people didn't exist in Europe? What? That's a good point too. Like it's not even based off of that either, because it's also Japanese. And anyway, but why do people think that? And this is the other one I was talking about. Tell me you haven't played the game. Tell me you haven't played the game. Why do people think that black people didn't exist in Europe? Like
I be telling people all the time. They just really everyone. It shows time and time again. They just do not like us. The only case where I say where the black person shouldn't be included is if you guys know about the Harry Potter. They're making a series about it. They made Severus Snape black, and this is a fictional thing and whatnot. But the reason why I'm like it's really gonna be it for me. I'm like, okay, that means his love interest is going to be with a white woman, which is going to cause some things right there. And then also, he's hating on a minor that's a white boy.
It is.
It's
funny,
not. It's gonna create some. It's gonna create. That's one of those things where it's gonna create conflict just naturally. It's just like this. Nah.
If they honestly, and this is a side, Harry Potter, if they really wanted to cook with a black character, Ron or Harry should have been black.
No, if Harry would have been black, it would have been like that show would have got.
If you ask me, it makes more sense. Harry has black parents. They die. Severus Snape kills him because he's in love with her. Boom, 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 whatever. Right? Tries to kill him. And then he moves to his aunts, uncles. Let's say he biracial. Moves to his uncles who white. They put that nigga under the stairs. Hey, that make more sense to me. Hey, that make more sense to me. Okay?
I see you coming from with that, but the only thing I will let you do is that Ron being black. I can see that.
I can see that. Ron being black. Ron being
black would make sense. Yeah.
They would cook with that. I would even a Hermione being black or who's Harry's main love interest is what's her name?
Jenny, his sister, Ron's sister.
John's sister. Like that. Actually, Ron found being black makes a lot more sense to me too. Ron being black makes a lot of sense. When you start breaking it down, it actually make a lot of sense. Make a lot of sense than being black. Like there's other characters I would have been okay with being black, but Snape.
You mean Snape becomes too many problems when you make him black, in my opinion, because it's like
ends up being a good person, but starts off just very questionable.
Yeah, and not to mention they're going to change some elements in the show because of that too. I already know, so yeah.
But I can agree with that. But it's just a lot. This things happens like live action adaptations with controversies. It always becomes one of two things, right? It's the director or whatever does not respect the source material. Or two, we change his character black, so you have all the biggest racists in the world now have something to jump at and dip their balls in, right? Excuse my French, but that's what happens, and we always get one of the two, and so it sucks that that's the case because even though like somebody in the comments says that like Invincible, the comic is good, but the show is whatever. That show is making money and it's captured a general audience, and it does just enough. It does just enough for the comic audience that they continue watching. Like it's like the new Daredevil season. The new Daredevil season does just enough that the comic audience is like, yeah, I'll mess with this. So I don't feel like you should disrespect the source material to try and get your shit off. Like respect both. You can respect both, and no one's gonna look at you different.
But people don't know how to show respect in a time way. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a big issue right now, bro.
That's the biggest problem.
People never, ever want to do this.
Okay. We have a couple subtopics that we wanted to talk about. The first one I wanted to really get into is because we've been talking about the Invincible fighting game for a little bit. And I don't think you haven't seen the story trailer, have you?
The story trailer? Mm-mm.
Yeah, the story trailer just came out yesterday. I guess we'll watch it. I guess we'll watch it on IGN. But the story trailer just came out yesterday. I'm gonna switch over here.
There's always the one.
I'm gonna wait till that ad to go away. But story trailer came out and it actually looks mad good. So I'm really excited for it.
Dad, please. You don't want to do this.
Oh, original story. So this is not based off any of the comics or anything like that. This is completely OG story.
Well, I gotta watch it on my end because I can't hear no value.
Oh yeah. Because you have to go or go to the Twitch. Or go to the Twitch stream. One of the two.
Well, it's gonna be delayed if I'm on the Twitch stream.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, those are your end.
That is true. So, yeah.
That is true. Ski.
Invincible versus.
Story trailer. Let's sync up, brother. Let's sync up.
What's the story trailer? Which one you watching? The IGN one or
IGN. I
that
think
release?
the IGN one. Yeah.
So the one that's 2 minutes.
Oh
yeah, that is.
2 minutes and 6
trailer.
seconds.
That's true.
Yeah, 2 minutes 6 seconds. Yeah. It's like we're in a long distance
Alright.
relationship, brother. We're watching Netflix together.
Oh God! It started. I gotta
back
restart
up. Rewind. Mine didn't start yet.
All right. I'm doing the countdown. All right.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Oh my God! It's his dad.
Dad, please. You don't want to do this.
I came to this planet for one reason: to conquer it.
You can already tell it's gonna be super different with him having the Viltrum gear on and fighting like that. So they're already totally changing
Stand
the
for the
origin.
cause and effect. I came for revenge, then I left. The journey's more than a climb, so if you can't walk in my shoes, then you can't speak on my.
Hit me. As hard as you can.
Happy to. You can't speak on my.
Jesus.
Why he just be eating punch with his face all the time,
where
brother?
are we?
Dodge.
The words right out of my mouth.
All right, that makes sense. Why they make this original story now?
I'm assuming like maybe when they announce it, we'll have like more
Your government
original
will
characters.
comply with our demands, as will all the nations of Earth.
We cannot allow that to happen. What is this place exactly?
Robot says we're trapped here.
No one knows why.
Gotta be a term for this. I just know it. Wait, epically fucked.
Are we clear now? You're one of us, or you're dead.
Fuck you.
Hey,
I
them fits
suppose
is
that's
hard.
the decision.
This is nice fits. Not gonna lie. April 30th, really soon.
Year one characters. Hey, the funniest thing, I just paused mine. The funniest thing about this, when people said y'all got Immortal on a character pass, who the fuck wants it?
No, literally, they was like, bro, Immortal, the man that died multiple times throughout the show. Y'all think I'm about to make him like, bro? I wanted
Who paid for the Immortal battle pass?
I wanted Angstrom to be on the base roster so fast and shapeshifting, but like, because that's one of the complaints they had saying there was too many Vishamites, and I do agree. I feel like in the base roster, shapeshifter and freaking like the shrinking girl, I forgot her name, and what's it called? And Angstrom would have been really cool.
I think Angstrom would have been a great addition. I don't know why they took him out there. Universa seems cool, and I'm guessing like Fall 26, one's going to be Angstrom, one's going to be Shapeshifter, or another person. Like
Nah, bro.
so.
They putting Thrag in the game, bro. They gotta put Thrag in the game. I don't want him either, but they're gonna. I don't want him either, but they're gonna put Thrag in this game, bro.
I gotta say, but I like the story though, and I ain't gonna lie, man. These fits is hard. My boy. The black and red, I like that better than the white.
That's red to you? I see orange.
Orange, okay, but no, this is red and orange. It's black, red, and orange. I think.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm gonna say, am I colorblind?
You might need a little help there, brother. You might be a little. Let's see.
Let's
see. I like the animation.
I see the red outline.
Yeah, I like their animations for this.
Yeah, animation on the show actually looks pretty good.
Animation was solid. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
The story is gonna be really interesting with Nolan leading to say like, yeah, I'm going fully through. I'm not gonna leave my son type shit. I'm about to just fight everybody.
And I think what I like about the original story too is that, I mean, they brought the black girl in. That's like the new character or whatever. So I'm interested in how this is gonna work. But what I'm assuming there's going to be more original characters, and I'm also assuming that the end of the story is going to lead into the multiverse, and that's how they're able to bring in characters from different universes and license.
I saw that as well. Because I was seeing like Nolan with like his different costumes and whatnot. I was like, wait a second, this is him and his like. When I saw his one where he had this longer hair and like he was in outer space, I'm like, okay, that they're doing a timeline thing, which is appropriate because Angstrom is the one that introduced that timeline thing. So yeah,
that's something like we might see Angstrom in there just because of that. You know who they should have had in here that they don't have for base roster? Space Racer.
Cool.
Space Racer. That'd have been cool. Hey, it would have been different. It would have been different. A different character. Hey man, he would have been a zoner. He would have been a zoner. A new zoning character.
I'd rather have the old Zoe in there, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if they get.
I'll put Zoe over here now. I'll put Zoe over there for Space Racer, bro.
I don't know. I think Space Racer would have been because that had been another character. Like I think they don't have Darkwing in here either. Is Darkwing's not in the game, right? Why would you not have Darkwing in here?
Is there any? Well, the only human fighter pretty much is actually Cecil.
No, we have not with no powers.
Yeah, like Cecil's pretty much the only human fighter.
I think Cecil's the only one. Let me see. Let me look at
so Darkwing would have been really cool.
Yeah, let me pull up the roster. What's the?
I don't think anybody off the top of my head is other than that.
There you go. Launch roster. We have Mark, Thula, Bulletproof, Adam, Rex, Omni-Man, Battle Beast, Cecil, Robot, Monster Girl, Anissa, Lucan, Powerplex, Duplicate. Duplicate wasn't anywhere in that story trailer. Duplicate, Alan, Titan, Elemental, and then Conquest. Yeah, they only have one.
Yeah, so Darkwing would have been cool.
But that's why I say Space Racer makes sense because Space Racer also doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, but then all he got is a shooting gun and him just. But all we seen him do is legit ride on his freaking motorcycle thing, use a little jetpack and shoot a gun. We ain't seen no type of combat from him. Like
that's true.
Can't really see too much.
Remember, it's a fighting game. You can actually give him whatever feats you want to.
Yeah, but me personally, I don't see him too much in there. I would, like I said, yes. Red Riot should have been in there, bro. Like, it's cool characters. Like, I would like their speedster in the game, and Red Riot would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That'd be cool. Like how they did it differently than how they do the Flash and stuff like that. Because he's not as fast as the Flash. So how they changed him from like a Flash character. They said the Shrinking Ray, the Shrinking Girl, and then the Ant-Man, Ant-Woman, whatever. Again, Darkwing, Shapesmith. One of the Mauler twins would have been, or actually making the Mauler twins a double. I don't know how they would do that, but making them like a 2-for-1 deal type thing would have been interesting.
Yeah. I would have took out Conquest and Lucan. Conquest, Lucan, and
I would take out Lucan. I would keep Conquest just because iconic. Lucan, I'm taking out immediately.
Yeah, Lucan, Anissa, because Athula is more. Yeah, Anissa and Lucan can leave. I can see what you say about Conquest. Thula can also stay too because her freaking.
But also as like the only female, whatever with the hair whip shit. Like she has like
it's a unique thing.
Yeah.
Yes, like she can stay, but Anissa and Lucan can go. Conquest, I'm on the cusp because the thing about Conquest, the reason why I'm on the cusp, I'm like, yeah, he's cool, but like I know they're gonna add Thrag, and it's just like. Bro.
Well, I think about like if you think of like Injustice, like you could argue the problem is I feel like Conquest would be like your the red Lantern. What was his name?
Atrocitus.
Yeah, like Conquest is like Atrocitus, right? The problem is Mark, Thrag, and Omni-Man are all Superman. Like I could see Conquest being that Atrocitus role, the big hulking, maybe make him a little bit slower or whatever. I haven't played the game, but like because like then we already have a Hulk, we have a so I don't see how Thrag. What is Thrag? Oh, you know what Thrag is? Thrag is what's his name? What is his name? Superman's villain.
Bizarro?
Not Bizarro.
Brainiac?
Not Brainiac. Zod.
Oh, Zod.
You got to make Thrag move like Zod. You got to make Thrag move like Zod. You know what I mean? Because when you played Injustice, that nigga Zod just
behind his back, just doing dumb stuff, backhanding people, bro.
Backhanding people. He was just be floating, walk up to you, bitch.
No, literally. I think the only thing that was interesting to me, like it's character design wise, when when I played the game actually, and then just seeing it was Cecil, because I was like, bro, like what do you do? I'm like, oh, okay, give him guns. He's using the monsters that freaking Sinclair made as for combat. Like that's cool. Everybody else is big, brolic person punch really hard.
Yep.
But him, Rexplode, and that's pretty much it. Are the only two, and then kind of duplicate is the only people that's not punch people really hard.
Yeah.
That everyone else is just punch people really hard, bro. That's my issue with it.
That's true. I mean, robot's gonna be a little bit different. Elemental.
Battle Beast got a weapon, but Elemental we haven't seen too much yet, but she's still like super strong.
Yeah,
punch people really hard.
She's supposed to be using the elements. I don't know. I'm making excuses, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think they could have cut half this roster by taking out the doubles. I think, or like even though I hate that. Even though I hate that Mortal Kombat did this, but when they had the DC and they just made Raiden, they made Black Lightning a skin for Raiden. Like they could have did that with some of these, like some of these could just been skins. They didn't have to be full characters.
So yeah, like that's my thing about it. Like
because even with Immortal, because Immortal is also fly punch hard.
Like you see what I mean by it? Like it's just like we just got big strong people who punch people. Like I love the show. I really hope I'm having good aspects of it, but like that's what it feels like, a copy and pasting that. And I really wish they had some more like different archetypes they introduced, like just a tad bit.
I agree. I wish, because having Shapesmith and Darkwing and a few people would have just added a little more variety to the gameplay.
Truthfully,
I agree. This man Mark does also have the Superman problem, and this is I know some people are not going to agree with me. Mark also has the Superman problem in that this man don't dodge. This man doesn't dodge. Like I get it, brother. You're gonna get back up. I appreciate you having the wherewithal to always get back up. But my brother, dodge, counter.
Please move something, man.
Counter.
you gotta show me something, bro.
You keep getting your ass beat every 5 minutes, brother. Counter.
Like don't be like that, man. Don't fight. Stop it.
Like stop, man. You making us look bad. Let's see. Last two things is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Trailer came out.
Really
for this.
doing it, bro.
I ain't gonna watch the whole thing. We're not gonna watch this whole thing because this whole thing is they did a 30-minute worldwide reveal showcase. So definitely not watching that, especially not right now. But we'll watch this one. Let me go back. This one, 1 day ago. Okay, here it is. So, probably don't need to hear this one. There's not much to hear if you've already seen it. But updated visuals, updated combat. They've added new shanties in. They've added new stuff for the boat combat. We'll go through what they've added. But it's just kind of what it looks like. I think it looks good. I'm probably gonna.
It does look incredible. I ain't gonna lie. It does look incredible. I will go with it. Anytime I see a game that was made during that 2012, 2015 era, and it gets the graphics updates like to now, especially when I already knew they played good, I'm okay. It's pretty nice.
It's gonna be a fun game. Plus, this is a game I think I 98%, almost 100%ed. I got all the way to the. I got this. There's an armor that you can get that makes people miss bullets. It's like they shoot you and the bullet misses. It's a golden. You can get a golden armor that reflects bullets. That's how much I played. I had every legendary armor. Like I said, I'm as a Black Flag enjoyer. I will probably be getting this again.
So a Black Flag enthusiast.
It looks really good.
But your allegiance to man's natural freedoms. If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil.
Throwing the hook? String him up?
Man will submit.
That's Blackbeard. You said Captain Hook or you said Blackbeard? What'd you say?
I say no, he threw the hook, so when he freaking...
Yeah.
What you gotta do.
How much Black Flag did you play?
I never played Black Flag in my life. I watched the gameplay for it and then immediately got bored because I was like, brother, no. Because I'm not playing another boat simulator.
You might have to play Black Flag, brother.
Nah, bro.
You might have to play it. You might have to play it. You might have to play it. I might have to just get it for you and force you to play it on stream.
This man.
Force you to play it.
Against my will.
Against your will. You might have to play it.
Against my will.
Black Flag slaps. Black Flag slaps.
My brother in Christ, please.
We're pirates, kid. We take as we please and become who we like.
This is not the
That
way.
look at you. It's not who you are.
Who am I then?
Oh, Edward Kenway.
No wonder, Kenway.
Edward
You've a
Kenway,
knack
bro.
for this kind of work.
It ain't work if you love it.
Oh, this looks so good. July 9th. Oh, it looks so good. I love me some Edward Kenway. I have a background on my computer of Edward Kenway. Edward Kenway.
Edward.
I'm excited for
Kenway
this.
doing this
I'm
thing, brother.
excited for this. I think it's gonna.
I'll watch it play it, brother.
It looks good. I'll stream it for you. Maybe I'll stream it for you when it comes out. I'll stream it for you. But I'll say this is some of the updates they're making to the game. 6 hours of new main story content. Rifts that
6
hours of new story. That's a lot. That's a lot, actually.
That's a lot.
It's already a long game. Rifts that take you through alternate stories where Edward made different decisions, such as becoming a Templar. Interesting. New main story arcs involving Blackbeard and Stead Bonnet. 3 officers for the Jackdaw that each have new quest lines to recruit them. All new cutscenes that bring back the original actors, including Matt Ryan as Edward. Interesting. All new cutscenes involving Caroline and Edward that adds more depth to their tragic past. Rifts seem to involve modern day elements and are optional, meaning all forced modern day sections are completely absent now, and engaging with that content is a choice. I still think that this idea, like it feels like they are, because all this sounds good. I'm probably gonna get the game, but I will always hate that they just don't they refuse to think of any good ideas for the modern day story. They refuse to do anything for the modern day when there's so many stories you could tell in the modern day that are interesting and that could work really well with the stories you're telling in the past. So I still hate that they do that. It was already confirmed kind of that there weren't going to be any modern day sections anyway, but that just seems like where Assassin's Creed is moving is that we will just never have any more modern day stories. And I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like they're just scared of what will come with it. Like truthfully, especially after things like what's the latest Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes, Shadows had no modern day content in the entire thing.
But like this, it's about like more so. Wait. Actually, maybe I'm getting confused. What do they mean by modern day elements?
So modern day, as in like you go into you wake up out, you walk out the Animus, and you go do something.
Oh, okay. That's why I was confused. Oh, my fault. Okay, I was confused on what they meant by modern day. My fault. They're retracting what everything I said. Then never mind.
I take all the shit.
Check on everything I think. Check on what I said. But no, yeah, being out of Animus, like Animus hasn't been used since pretty much 3, right?
There are allusions to it, and like when you play Assassin's Creed Shadows, there's Animus tokens that you can get. They bring it up. We just never see it anymore.
Inconsistency.
And Black Flag had a very boring modern day sections. You would it was first person, and you'd walk around an office building, and it was like the Templar. It was a Templar's office building or something. Like there was that, and you got rescued. I think at the end by the people from the Assassin's Creed 3 game. You know, like the guy with the glasses and everything like that. They come and extract you or whatever. But that's pretty much it. Ever since then, I can't remember any other modern day sections. I think Assassin's Creed Origins, I think had some, but they didn't really have. It was like basically you stood up, walked around a cave, and then laid back down. Like there was actually nothing you actually did in that one. And I think the one before Valhalla, I can't remember what that one was called, but that one also I believe had some modern day sections. But that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. This all sounds great. I will play it. I will enjoy it. I will more than likely give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. But I will always miss the modern day sections. But this sounds amazing. It looks great. New boat combat, 6 more hours of story content, more officers.
6 more hours is crazy.
I'm so excited for this. This is like, now the only way this, I don't know if they haven't released a price yet. If this is $70, I would not be buying it. If it's
50 at most for me.
Yeah, if it's 50, I would definitely buy it. If it's 60, I don't know. It's a big maybe. 60 is a big maybe, but 60 is my maximum. If this goes
like,
to 70,
how much you really like this game?
Exactly. 60 is my maximum. If it's a $70 game, I will wait for a sale. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait like 6 to 7 months for a sale. Not buying this day one.
He set the thing. So I did the thing. Because he set the thing. So yeah. But no, it's something one of those things like there's some games that we all want to see remastered. Me personally, it's really crazy that, they announced God of War being remastered. Like,
But remember when I said that before?
Remember when I said that before? Remade, I should say.
Remember when I said that before? That's easy money. That's easy money. Just remake all the Gods of War and put it on PS5. Easy money.
But but they remake it. Like when I saw remake, I was like, okay, remake. I said they remaking it. I'm like, this is the part that confused me about that. I'm not gonna try to go too much attention on it, but like God of War 1 and 2, okay. God of War 3 being remade when it was already remastered, that's what's piquing my curiosity about that game. What are you going to do? To note to everyone out there, I have only beaten God of War 3, God of War 2018, God of War Chains of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta, the PSP ones, and then God of War Ascension. Those are God of Wars I beat. I have never played. I didn't beat Ragnarok. I have not beaten Ragnarok, and I have not beaten 1 and 2. I've actually never played 1 and 2. So I actually don't know. I do know the gist of what happened with the story because I played 3 and I understand, like, because I played PSPs. But like, with 1 and 2, the only thing I can think of is that they include Chains of Olympus / Ghost of Sparta because that includes more of his early days as a Spartan to put into 1 and 2. Those two make sense as a remake. But 3 is truly making me sit here just going like, what are you going to do to change the aspect of a remastered game where 1 and 2 set up for the climax very well? I feel like 3 is like the perfect hack and slash and story altogether. So when you say you're going to remake that, what do you even do with that? That's what's piqued my curiosity why I want it, truthfully. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that, but that's the thing. And then like games that I truly want remastered or remade, like the Sly Cooper series. I don't play Ratchet and Clank, and I don't play I don't play Ratchet and Clank, and I don't play Jack and Dexter. But like that would be cool to see those remastered or revamped too. Like Bully for the longest. I want to see Bully remastered so bad, or give me a Bully 2. I got my PS2 games right here. I'm looking at them. What else can be remastered? They did Pac-Man World 2. They did Pac-Man World 2 and Pac-Man. I was like, oh,
but that's because the studio wanted to. I don't think PlayStation cares too much.
Yeah, I'm looking at these other games.
Yeah, but that's how I say this as a new PlayStation owner. I've only had it for 2 years and I barely use it. God of War getting remastered is a massive plus for me. Because I wasn't going to play God of War 1, 2, or 3 in their current form. I wasn't going to. I hate to say it. So they're probably going to update the graphics, add a couple story elements, and that's pretty much it. And they're going to sell it $60 each, or they do a legacy collection for like $70 or $80. That's what I'm going to do. I would do. And I might buy it because I've got to wear Ragnarok and I actually have not touched it. I haven't touched it. Hey, I'm a PlayStation fraud. I got a PS5 downstairs that collects dust.
I'm a kid of buck. I like the first God of War over Ragnarok, but I was one of the people when people said like they was talking about because God of War Ragnarok and like Last of Us Part 2 came around like the same time, and I said, I'm sorry, Last of Us Part 2 story or God of War Ragnarok story, and people got so mad at me for that. And I was like, because everybody was mad, oh, Joe got killed. I'm like, okay, you take about that one element, and then you go about the story about seeing how it happened. You guys cannot understand what parallel storytelling is because the game was actually amazing.
That's a whole discussion. People's hate for Last of Us 2 is a whole discussion.
Like,
That's all
Jesus
discussion.
Christ.
I feel like the fact that you feel so strongly about it means it's not good or it's one of the best things. Like if people felt strongly, not because it wasn't good, but because the storytelling was so well done. Like you got so invested in the characters in the story that when they died, you were fucking pissed. You were fucking pissed when they died. So I don't want to hear none of that hoopla.
And there was a great reason of why he got killed. And a very valid reason. Goddamn. But, that's another story for another day.
But we have reached the end of episode 7. If you locked in with us, stayed the whole time, we appreciate you. 100%. Appreciate you. Next time we're going to be doing this is probably in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
What day is that? It's going to be... That'd be the 9th. I'm going to be in Milwaukee, so I got to do it the week of that week, so we can probably make some shake.
Yeah, we'll probably make some shake. But no, do it in 2 weeks. Another episode of Off Screen Podcast. If you guys ever want us to talk about certain thing, you can always, I might make a forum or something. But if there's a certain thing in the gaming world you guys want us to talk about, you can always, request it. We do our notes for the episodes like the day before or the day of. So it's not like we're doing them 2 weeks in advance. But yeah, appreciate you guys for sticking around. And that this is the end of the Off Screen Podcast episode 7. Your comments. I think we talked about most of the comments as they came up. So
yeah,
I can't really think too much about it. The comic is so good, but Invincible show is. I think the show is pretty good. Comics is probably
right,
but the show's pretty good.
Because like it's the thing about I'm gonna a little note on that. Like when it comes to comics and just books in general, like of course you're gonna have your depiction that you see of it, and it's gonna be transferred differently on the show. But they're doing the adaptation as best they can, and as well as things don't always transfer as smooth as people think from book to the screen. There's some things that got to be altered.
Yeah.
It always has to be. So,
and plus, I think sometimes the authors take this chance to fix things, like with The Boys. They took this chance to fix a lot of the issues that they had in the beginning. So that's what it is. But all right, appreciate y'all, and we'll be back again on the flip side.
Peace, y'all.